everyone, my name is Sushant and welcome to this session. So this session is quick session on my GitIgnore file. So how we can just add the folders and file into the GitIgnore files. So why we need a GitIgnore? GitIgnore basically ignores local development files, so which we don't want to commit into my centralized repository. For that purpose, if suppose we are just creating some files or folders for our own purpose, so we don't want to commit into that centralized repository, for those folders we can just ignore by using the gitignore file. So here I have the code. This is my code repository. This is my git repository basically, and this is my one folder, this intermediate HTML, and second folder is local web server. Let me delete this temp one, and then I have the daily task .to do file. So that is my daily task, whatever I'm going to do, and I want to track my work, so I'm just creating the daily task to do file. Here if you see, this is my local web server folder, is nothing but it is just Python virtual environment where I will just run this website by using that local environment. Here in my git source control, if you see, there are total 1360 files right now it is showing, including my daily tasks, including the Python web server local environment, everything. So what I want to do, I want to skip my local web environment and as well as my daily task. So what is the daily task? What I have to do, that is the to do task. I created it for my daily tracking purpose. So whatever I want to do, I will just check here and I will just look here, it is done. I can do here. So the same way we can just add into the any code, but I like this way, so that's why I just created this. So let's get started how we can just create an ignore. So how we can just ignore those one file and one folder. So here on the root of that my web development, I will create one file that is a gitignore file. This is my gitignore file. So gitignore file is created, and I want to just first skip this daily task. So I will just write the file name daily_task. Okay, and I will just use asterisk, so it will just ignore my gitignore my daily task file. If you see here, earlier it was untracked, now it is ignored by my local git. The same way what I want to do, I want to just ignore my local web server. So I will just type the local web server. Okay, folder name, and just then I will use /. By using the / and saving the file, so it will just ignore my local web server as well. So right now, earlier it was more than 1000 file. It is now only 4 file, including the gitignore file. So by using this one, I can just commit my code into the centralized repository. So it will be like every system, every time whatever I will just clone this repository, it will automatically be there, and it will just automatically skip those files like a daily task and my local web server. If suppose I will create a new folder inside it, new temp code for the scratch code like that one, and here I will just use css test.html .css. So what it will be do, I don't want to track or untrack by these files. Instead of adding git into the file, so what I can do here, like I can just add the folder with the same way. I can use a single file css underscore test and using the asterisk, so it will just ignore my single file. But I don't want to go with each and every file, so what I can do here, I can just type a folder name, new temp code and /. So what it will do, gitignore will just ignore this folder, and whatever content inside or whatever files I have created inside that folder will be ignored by local git. So it will not track or by local git. So that's it for this session, and hope this will help you to just ignore some files and folders from your repository. See you at next session. Bye bye.